Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our press conference to preview our fixture against Brighton on Monday.
Okay, before we start, we would like to, on behalf of everyone here at Everton, to offer our condolences to the Queen, to the royal family, for the loss of Prince Philip.
Okay, we'll go to Ian Bolton, please, from Sky Sports.
Carlo, hello there. Thanks for that. Can we check on your team news for Monday, please? Can you give us an update on Andre Gomez, who came off against Crystal Palace? You said you thought it was a hamstring problem, a small problem.
Yeah, it is a small problem. It's too early to say which player will be available for Monday, but for sure Andre Gomez, that start to train individually today, will not be able to play on Monday, and he will be able for the next game against Tottenham. We are checking Alan also, that he's he trained normally this morning, but we have 3 days and wait to see how it goes. Maybe he can be available. Will be available Iwobi, that was not available for the game against Crystal Palace, and for the Jordan Pickford started training today, this week, but I think it's not 100%, and we don't want to take a risk for this game. And Delph and Bernard are following their individual program.
Okay, and just about Abdoulaye Doucouré, do you have any idea yet in terms of a date? Are you still confident that he will play again this season?
He will play again. Doucouré had the scan last week. Everything was okay. He is going to have a next scan in 3 weeks, and then he can start to, if the scan will be okay, in 3 weeks he can start to train.
Going to this match against Brighton, having drawn with Crystal Palace, you conceded that late equaliser. What is the biggest lesson that you need to take away from that Palace match?
The biggest lesson is when we had the possibility to kill the game, you have to kill the game, because in football until the last second you never know what's going to happen. Unfortunately, we conceded a goal in the last period where we were not used to do, and we have to accept the result and to keep also the performance that was much better and from the past compared to the past games, and try to win the next game. It is a big fight for the European position. We are there. We could do better. Yes, I think at home we could do much better, but we have to say that we had a fantastic run away. And this is the reason because we are in the fight now.
But finally from me, you're on Twitter, I know. Swansea and Birmingham City have both come off social media for a week because of the abuse that is on the social media platforms. Do you support them, and is it perhaps something that you would consider doing, or maybe even Premier League clubs should consider doing?
I think that I fully support this, and I think every one of us fully support the fight against racism, against online abuses, and so I'm not the right person to say what kind of decision you have to take, but I fully support everything, because it's not tolerable to receive abuse online or racism.
Thank you, Carlo.
Thanks, Ian. We'll go to Olivia from Premier League Productions, please.
Hi, Carlo.
Hi.
I know we've spoken about him a lot, but James Rodriguez, of course, scored your goal on Monday night against Crystal Palace. Do you think he could be the big difference in you finishing, if you keep him fit, in you finishing in a European place, maybe even a Champions League place?
But this season said that when James Rodriguez is there fit, we have more possibility in front. We have more opportunity because he has, as a lot of time we said, a lot of quality in front, key passes, final shot, and so all the time that he was there fit, we had more opportunity. It is absolutely normal. We signed him for this reason, to have more opportunity in front.
You mentioned your good away record. I'm just wondering, does it affect the players mentally when they for some reason can't keep consistent at Goodison Park, but when they play away, they're so much better? And after, a run of 3 games at Goodison without a win, is, an away game what they need right now?
No, I think that is not mental problem. I think is what can I say, tactical problem, because sometimes the games that we lost at home were games where we try to put more quality in front to have the team to put more pressure forward, and so sometimes in some games we lost a little bit balance.
And just one word on the Brighton game. They like to play open football. They don't really change that for whoever they play. Is that an advantage to you in the way you play? There'll be more space. And of course, you did put in a very, very good performance against them at Goodison earlier in the season.
Well, Brighton is playing good football. They have a clear idea. They like to play. It's true. I think that we have to defend well, properly, and we use our quality, because we don't want to play a game to wait and try to do something counter-attack. We would like to have a control of the game with our quality, with our ability, and of course, taking in consideration that to defend well will be important.
Thank you, Carlo.
Thanks, Olivia. We'll go to Carl from Radio Merseyside, please.
Hey, Carlo.
Hi.
You said after the game the other day against Crystal Palace that you weren't clinical enough because you did have quite a lot of chances to win the game. Is it just working on that in training, or is it a thing of players just need to be more calmer in front of goal?
I think that we talk about Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin. I can say they have a really good ability in the box. They are really clinical, and they were really clinical this season. Calvert-Lewin scored a lot of goals. In that specific situation, they against Crystal Palace, they were not clinical. This is the truth. And after that, what can I say to them? Nothing, because I am really satisfied for their season. I think that was an episode, and I think that if the team is able to give them the same chances that they had against Crystal Palace, they are going to score.
And do you think that other players around the pitch should be scoring goals as well, not have all the pressure on Richarlison and Dominic Calvert-Lewin to get all the goals?
But I think that we had the goals this season came not only from Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin, because James scored goals, Doucouré scored goals, Sigurdsson scored goals. We had a lot of goals from set pieces, goals from Michael Keane, goal from Mason Holgate, goal from Jerry Mina. So now I think that the problems, I think, as I said, was an episode, and I'm sure that it will be different in the next games.
And you're playing Brighton. They're only 6 points above the relegation zone as well, so they're going to be really wanting the 3 points on Monday as well, won't they?
Yeah, and in this period there are no teams that don't need points. We need points, Brighton needs points, every team needs points, every team is vital for the target, and so for us it's vital the game to try to reach the target of Europe. For Brighton will be the same, to avoid relegation. So every team is involved, and this is the reason because the Premier League is so exciting.
Thanks, Carl. We'll go to Phil Medlicott from the Press Association.
Hi, Carlo.
Ciao.
Just a couple. I was going to ask first of all, Jean-Philippe Gbamin, saw him come on in the last game. How much game time do you sort of see him having for the rest of the season, and how are you sort of thinking about how you'll use him given the amount of time that he was out for?
But I think that Jean-Philippe Gbamin can play because he's training well, properly, because he has no, how can I say, he is not used to have the intensity of the game in Premier League. We have to take care of this, but I think he can play. And now, with the medical staff, with our staff, we have to decide how long he can play. We have to take care of this, but that's it. And he will be, for sure, a fantastic midfielder. I have this idea to see him in training. He has all the quality to be a top midfielder.
The player I was going to ask about was Josh King. We talked about the goals that are coming from around the team at the moment. Obviously, he's yet to score one. What do you make of how things have gone for him so far since he joined?
But I think Josh is doing well. He didn't play a lot. It's true. It's true also that he played more when we play in a different system. Now, for the fact that I have a lot of midfielder out, we changed the shape to play on side with the wing backs, and he's not a wing backs, and so he suffer a little bit more the fact that we changed the shape, because with playing with only two striker, he can replace or Dominique Calvert-Lewin or Richard. So we play different shape. He can play also as a winger.
Thanks, Phil. We'll go to Louis Restrepo.
Hello, Carlo. Hi.
Hola.
Talking about James again. How?
But why you talk all the time about James? Why? Tell me why.
My region, I will tell you why. Because my region is always interested in James. He's a Colombian.
I know.
At the moment, one of the most representative players around the world, and I am based here in England, following James. Anyway.
I know.
But talking about him, and he's turned up again to the squad after the game. Did you find him properly recovered, or we have to be still worried about little things that can take him out from next games, or he's completely recovered?
No, he has. He has completely recovered. He is a player that playing improve his condition. I think we have to take care for him to recover well after games. But he recovered properly. His condition is good. He's motivated, and he showed this really well in the game. Not because he scored, but because he was involved in play in the game against Crystal Palace.
And in terms of his physical level, is he 100% because he didn't play the 90 minutes in the last game against Crystal Palace, or he was just tactical? Then you
No, I think that his physical condition are good. I don't. Difficult to say if he's 100%, but I see him good every day in training. He's pushing in training. He's working well, so his condition is good. No doubt for this.
Thanks, Louis. We'll take a question from Per, please.
Yes, hello, Carlo.
Hello.
I just wanted to follow up on King. Did you hope you would have seen more from him at this point? And also, have you talked anything about his future with his contract going out after the season?
No, we didn't talk about the future because we are not talking about the future in this moment. We are really involved in the fight. I appreciate the fact that he's training well, properly all the time, and absolutely no problem for this. And the future, of the structure of the next season will be discussed not now because we are so involved in the games. Maybe later.
Thank you, Carlo.
And we'll just take one more in the open section from Jim Conlon, please.
Hi, Carlo. I just want to ask you about an academy player, a young player, Lewis Warrington, with the under-18s. The Everton under-18s are into the 5th round of the FA Cup, and Everton have produced great players from their academy in the past, the likes of Ross Barkley and most notably Wayne Rooney. Lewis is a player that's been talked about up as a real great prospect. Have you seen of him, and have you seen any of him, and what do you think of him, his potential?
I think that we have a good academy, not only Luis, but I can say a lot of players that are training with us a lot of time, for the fact that I have a lot of young players that are working with us in this moment, because I have some players of the first team out for injured, and so and I can say that our academy is a good academy because we have players with talent. Some of these players were in the bench in some games of the Premier League, and so I think that we have a good future in that sense in our academy, and I hope that soon we are going to have more Ross Barkley for the future of this club.